I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is October 11th, Friday, 2024. Hope you had a good day and a good week here. So we got what we kind of wanted. We did make another. Well, yesterday we made a high, and then we came back. We retraced pretty deep for another higher low, and then we failed short of the high. Something I forgot to mention yesterday was that this weekly bearish imbalance that's right there in the pink. You see 50% here. Look to the right. You can see that I meant to mention this yesterday, but I knew it was challenging that we were getting up here. And if you could take a look, the bodies are pretty much being held there. So something I forgot to mention yesterday, but I was still bullish when the New York Open was going to start. So what did we do? We came back and we wiped out liquidity. If you watch yesterday's video, I clearly mentioned about coming in and do we take out some of this liquidity here? Sure enough, we did. So let me go into it here. Look how so funny. People are so predictable. So here, let me open this up real quick. So you can see here that when we opened up, we popped up for our opening gap, and then there's so much to talk about. So here there was these are equal highs right here for liquidity, and then here in Asia at 11 o'clock we popped up and we took out that liquidity right there, but we did not take out that. See this right here, these two highs right here. So that and that was for later, right? So let me now go back to here. So, well, before I do, you can see that we come underneath, we tap. Well, maybe I can zoom out. You see that we come underneath the opening gap here. We tag it twice actually, and that's also built liquidity, by the way. Beautiful highs right here, and that's why this was my minimum target today when I bought. All right, let me open this up again. So here, 8:30, 8:30 shoots down right here, and doesn't take out these lows. See this right here? So here's another prime example of why they're coming back down. Very, very fucking obvious. Here, this is 1 minute, right? Yeah. So then what do we do here? On a smaller time frame, you can see an inversion imbalance in there. Then what do? We shoot down. We raid that, right? Then we come up. We get into this imbalance here, which I'm going to highlight it now because of the fact that it was used later, but I just visually used it. So let me just do it so you can see it here. Here and here. All right, and then let me drag that out now. So you'll see that we came up to the. I mean, look at 50%, man. Like I mean, are you marking your chart while this is happening? I'm telling you, your trading is going to be a lot better once you start marking your chart. But you're looking for this. You're looking for some type of precision to understand where price is going. Me, I understood that we had this pool here, right? That we didn't take out. So if it wasn't going to buy from here, it was going to just come lower, right? Obviously. So that being said, and then if you look on the 1 minute, there's some also liquidity here too. I'm not going to go in there. You can do the research, but here you go. So then this candle comes down here. So we're getting order flow, right? And then this, what is this? 926. This shoots down, right? All right, and then we get the 930 open. Now we get the 3 drives, right? So it's 1, 2, 3. And on this drive here, I do take it and I do take a loss. It wicked me, and I kind of jammed my stop loss just a little bit under this high, and then it wicked down. No big deal. I knew what they were doing. You had a divergence here, and sometimes it'll be on the third one, and that's just what it is. So that didn't scare me though. And then what's it called? The 9. As you can see, this is like fucking damn near almost the same day as yesterday. It's very similar, right? So, and what are we doing? We're consolidating. If you watch the video that I made here on the 8th, I was mentioning that we pop up and then we do this like consolidation, like literally higher high, higher low, and then pop up. Now this is obviously when I projected this, I assumed it would happen. It would have happened already above that 50% of that bearish imbalance, but we're doing it below, as you see. Can you see it? It's the same thing. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we're failing to break up. But I was assuming that we were already going to be very bullish. So, but yeah, you see that very clear, right? So that's the logic, that's the idea. But anyways, so here you mark your first imbalance here, this 935 in green. Take a look here. So check this out. So then we get this low here, this 940. It does take out that 936, which is beautiful. That's what I want to see. As soon as it tags in, I get filled. So when it's popping back up. But anyways, I want to see this inversion. 935 1 minute candle. I want to see that hold. Sure enough, the news came out at 10 o'clock, and I have my stop loss right here. And I mean, you know, listen, I would love to show you all the trades, but I'm trying to promise myself not to do that so I don't be involved. But for someone who doesn't believe me here, I'll show you just for this second, just so you can get the idea that when this 10 o'clock candle came out, this was the news, right? Smacked that level. I mean, do you have that on your chart? So my stop loss was literally right here. I didn't move this once it took off. I literally held it right here. Look how I get fucking protected right there. So that's a logic here. So this is a specific understanding that I have. Now, I'm not going to jam it at 50% here. First of all, it's 10 o'clock news. Second of all, the body here, I don't want it going underneath this body of this down candle. So, or generally speaking, underneath that wick. But look where when it instantly printed, I was like, holy shit. Fucking thing took off. So I mean, I could show you all the other trades all week. I mean, I'm not just showing you this because it's the only one I took. All right, I'm showing you this because of the fact that you need to see this apparently. But beautiful. So wicks back up, we come up. Now we use this inversion, this 926. Look at it. It comes below, then it comes above, then the body is literally opening on that level. Then this 1003 wicks down, and that's the open. Remember, that's the open of the 1003. It's literally opening at 50%. This 1004 wicks down, right? And then closes here. And then this 1005 just comes right back inside the inversion, and then it's gone. So now let's fast forward here. You can see, obviously, your number one target is 50%. But for me, and again, this is the reason why I'm screenshotting it here, so you could literally see clearly that I'm holding it for this level. This is not hindsight. This is not maybe. This is just like not a million screenshots. I'm being very, very fucking specific here. So that being said, so when we push up here, we get this nice 1006 breakaway imbalance right here. And we get to that imbalance right here. See this 837? We pull up, we come down, we open below, and then we just take off, right? But then I'll get to that in a second. So the minimum target after this 50% is this high right here. Of course, this is where the 830 people sold. Next target would be the closure of all this opening range gap. And then again, remember, this opening range gap is giving you the bias. It's telling you that we're coming up, as we settled here yesterday, higher. So oversold on the 15-minute. We're looking to then, where's your next target is the opening gap. That's where I took the screenshot. Now, of course, it does trail up, of course, and we get to the midnight level. We get to the midnight level. What's after the midnight level? Obviously, the high right here plus those highs. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to a 5 minute so you can see this as well. Where are we? Okay. Look at them coming down. Now, why do you think they're coming down right now? It's just to wipe out all the liquidity, right? Because people have been buying, right? So very, very, very obvious. Now, this is what I was talking about right here. See these highs right here? See these highs? This high here at 135 yesterday did not take out this 1240 high. All right, so that right there I knew was a target. And because 11 o'clock didn't take that out, that's another more of a reason why I know we're coming up here. So if they had took that out, it would have been rougher for me to hold that high. But the 11 o'clock did that to pretend like, oh, okay, well, They're coming down now, right? No, man, that was the setup right there. Plus the gap. If I was to drag that gap out, you could see that. I mean, well, they did get into the last candle now, but that's the idea, man. So what was I gonna say here? Obviously oversold here. Can't miss that. 5 minute, very clear. Holding it to where? To the 5 minute overbought. Very clear. I mean, like, anyone can say whatever they want about this strategy or using the RSI, but dude, I mean, it's very clear. I mean, so anyways, let me go back to the 1 minute. So, excuse me, I gotta go. I got a party to go to today, and it's a day party. My wife wants me to go to it. Anyways, so here you'll see. All right, let me do this. Okay, so price comes up here, and then we get we have this here. Look at the overbought here. So I was mentioning this yesterday. You have a high, lower high, and then another lower high, sort of speak. You're waiting for that. Forget the middle one. I'm sorry. I'm talking about these two here. And then now this high here is lower on the RSI. So then the third one would be this high. This will either be a poke above or it will be below. And I'd rather see it below, technically, because I already got the divergence here. But I'd rather see this one weaker. What they do, they just squeezed up. I actually caught this sell. So this is my pump. Where's my dump? Now, it's bullish, so I don't expect a big dump. I expect a retracement, right? Because we just made a new higher high here. No, not here, but in general speaking. Pump, retracement, or slight dump, and then pump again. Did we take out that high again? Did we take out this high? Yes, we did. All right. So that being the case, and all I cared about when I took this sell here, you're asking me how I got in there. Well, I have an inversion imbalance there. I didn't drop. There's way too much to talk about. Let me just do this here. So right there, when this you see this 1042 pops right in. Can't miss that. Gotta look at these details. Pops right in it. Beautiful. All right. Perfect. Where am I taking this? Where's the most obvious place I'm taking it? I'll let you think about this for a second. Where would I take this sell at minimum? Well, definitely below the midnight and the opening gap. But I'm taking it to right that high. Why that high? Because we just busted through it. Look at all these candles. I mean, I talk about this every single day. And then take a look. Right when it comes down into here is where my target is. Look at the oversold here on the 1 minute. Boom. Right there. All the way to the last bottom. And where does that go to? To a refined area of an inversion imbalance right here. Beautiful. Look at that. It's like literally, if you see this high right here, this is the more refined place to take this sell to. See this high right here, this 845? See how this was an inversion imbalance? It was an bearish imbalance. And we made that high and then we blew through it and we came back. Look at it. Look. You see that? It's the same level. You see that? So there it is. And you get what? 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. I can't make this shit up, man. There you go. Beautiful. That's all I'm looking for. I was done already. As soon as this was over with, I was done. Done. I didn't even play with these people anymore. So, and then you can also see this inversion imbalance I got highlighted. This 1025, we just blew right through it, right? Then we got this 1044 bearish imbalance. We poke in there, and then we come down, and we have this this 1047. We poke in there, and then we come down. This is a beautiful buy too. Then we did so now it's the third drive down, right? Oversold. We just reached this breakout trader level there and there, plus this inversion imbalance. Now you got a little swing low. Look at the little head and shoulders, right? Swing low right there, and on an oversold and in that area. But then we have this inversion imbalance, this 1051. We expect, I got it drawn out. You expect that to hold as support. So price pushes up, closes, retraces back, and then takes off. Where does this take off to? Well, you at minimum, when you take this trade, at minimum you want to take it to this high. See this swing high right here? Because when people broke through here, so by the way, this is like your classic support resistance idea, is what I'm trying to tell you, right? But and the same idea here. So when we broke this low, see this low, and then we busted through. Well, if you take this buy, the minimum area is right here, right? Forget up here, just in general speaking, right here. But or I mean, if you wanted to wait a little more on the oversold, overbought, I mean, sure. The midnight level's there. Pick your poison, dude. And then there's a lot to talk about. So let me just God. So, anyways, we retrace back here. All right, and we start to make this fake pennant. See this fake pennant right here? I'm gonna draw it. This is what retail is doing here. Retail is drawing this fake pennant pattern. Okay, so they're waiting for this breakout. Look at this. Look at this. That's manual intervention. You see all these little candles? That's not buyers and sellers doing that. That's a program. That is a computer program doing that. All right, and then we push up. We take out this high and we squeeze out a little bit more here of the people who sold, because there's people who got into these wicks and sold, literally, right? And then what do? They come down. Look at this bearish candle, this 12-12. Perfect. Lunchtime is coming down to take what? Liquidity. Where to go? So there's a fake breakout and then it slams, right? And where's the liquidity? Well, we got equal lows right here. I'm deleting this now, by the way. We got equal lows right there. And we have that low. Look how beautiful that low is right there. See that low? Look, ever so gently, they come and take that low out. Not a coincidence. All right. Price is still pretty much respecting that area though. Okay. And by the way, when this came down here, look at the body sitting at the top 25%. You got to pay attention to all these details. So then we get this low, we get this little retrace back, and then it slams, comes back for that low, and then that low doesn't take out this low. So what do? Well, that's pretty obvious. We're on oversold here. We have a divergence going on right there. Forget the first one. This is not even touching the oversold. Right here, fucking divergence. Right here, beautiful buy. Oh my God, man. And then what do we do here? Well, we shift above here. See this swing right here? We shift above that. So that's kind of like a shift right there. It's pretty obvious too. It's a nice displacement. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. See these candles? Then it retraces back, gets them in there. Comes into this and this bullish imbalance is 1256, right? And then comes up for what? Comes up for that high. Take a look. Very obvious. When it comes to take this high, not that high out, then what is it going to do? It's going to come back down and want to take out this equal pool. Very obvious. Very obvious. You can tell where it's going to move. Then you're on an overbought. I mean, literally, did it sell from this overbought right here? Yeah, it did. Did it buy from this oversold? Fuck yeah, it did. This is a beautiful trade. And what did it do? Came to clean everyone's clock selling. Look at that. Bink. Took them out. But look here. Look at right here. Did it buy from this oversold? Yeah. Yeah, it did. Did it sell from here? Well, it didn't even touch it, so we won't talk about it. Okay. Well, this almost touched it, but it didn't. But did it buy there? Yeah. Did it sell from here? Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man, this is a beautiful tool. But I'm not sitting here like, oh, I'm only going to trade it once it hits it. No. I have the context and the narrative and the background, what I'm really doing. And then this is just like the icing on the cake for me. You know what I'm saying? Plus a divergence or something on the correlated assets. Anyways, we push up here. Look what they do. Oh, conveniently in the power hour at the end of the day. And then they drag that shit down. Now, anyone holding that bag, they're trying to get them, especially this guy right here. They're trying to get this guy out, right? So, they're just, you got to take your profit. But I think I said enough. Now, was was there something I missed yesterday, which I mentioned this, we're struggling to get over here. So remember, we're not getting any support from the 50% level of that bearish imbalance on the weekly. So we're still struggling there. This high is just a dangling carrot. We'll just get it next week then, you know. Okay, so real quick. Here we had at 9:30 we had a divergence with the lower low. This is another reason why I bought it. Got a nice confirmation. We had higher lows here with S&P and Dow. So beautiful, man. Do you have this, Mark? Did you see this even? You know, that's a big deal. Look how they did everybody at 10 o'clock here for Nas, and everybody else was straight. That's why I was like, oh shit. And then again, they're and S&P and Dow were already blasting off at 9:30, and these bastards, they pushed Nas down. Why do you think they did that? They did that because they know everyone's fucking trading Nas, right? And it's they're trying to get more people probably to trade this. This is my understanding. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but it's logical. It does make perfect sense. Why would they do that? And then they're tricking everybody looking bearish. I mean, for a second it was like, oh, you know, is this going to come down? But if you saw S&P and Dow constantly pushing up, I'm like, oh, they're just late to the party. They're just holding price. That's all they're doing. So anyway, so you got higher highs here with Dow, and then you had lower highs here with S&P and Nas, and nice sell-off right there. See that? And then yeah, that's that, man. So dollar, another just consolidating day, and then Dow with a fucking all-time high again, took out that previous month's high. Took that. That's what we're still trying to do. Dow was pushing, buddy. Did I say we were bullish? Yeah, absolutely, man. And then look at this. Very obvious. Accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. Classic buy day there. And S&P, very similar. Let's take a look. London. Ugly price action there, that's for sure. God damn, S&P's nasty. Classic buy still day. And yeah, man. So yeah, and I, you know, even told one of my traders, I was like, yo, do not look for sells. I'm like, we're gonna come down inside this 9 o'clock wick. See this 9 o'clock a.m. from yesterday? This wick. Look how that wick is. It's completely unmitigated. There's literally no balance in there. There's a gap at 50%. So like if you look at any wick like this, for example, look at this one right here. You see how we come down to it? And kind of like this wick right here. See how we come down to it? Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Right? Same thing here. So, and I was like, we're going to come in here and we're going to buy. And sure enough, they ended up doing it beautifully right here. So, wow, they're pushing hard. Yeah, because also you got to remember the end of the week, you know, now we're getting the wick of the week. So like if you take a look at the week, we're creating that wick right now, right? Like we created it here, and also I forgot to mention yesterday that Thursday is a very high chance of the high of the week. So when we pushed down, it was like, oh shit, are we gonna really sell on a Friday? Which it could have just moseyed on the way down, but they wanted to come and wipe out the people who are also selling from up here, which those equal highs I was talking about. I knew we were coming up here, bro. Like, and that's what gives me my edge, is because I understand the way these people think. And I've been doing it for years. But anyways, now you're getting this big sell-off. Why? Because it's the wick of the week. So they're creating and they're getting that big sell-off. And what do they do when they do that? They accomplish wiping out people who are buying. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if this shit came down into here, because I really expected them to come into here eventually. like right in there with this pocket right here when we took off. Like this spot right here is like, I mean, let me refine it. I'm just gonna do this right there. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this by 5 o'clock today. If not, we're definitely hitting it next week. But the logic here, right, is who do we stop out? Who this breakout trader right here? They're winning. They're literally winning when it pushed up. When it came back, it just came and took care of that guy. I'm sorry, that guy and that guy. But now there's that guy. See there? So I wouldn't be surprised if we hit it now. But anyways, that's the logic of this sell, and they're dangling that high carrot, that high. Wasn't even focused on this high. So you just gotta be nimble, and you gotta be able to just be responsible, just flat out. So all right, so Nvidia fucking consolidating. So I don't know, man. That's dangerous because they came to this wick right here and they're rejected. So I don't know. I still think it's bullish, but at the same speaking, the market has now squeezed out anyone who's really selling. So it would make sense for them to come down and start wiping out buying liquidity. But I don't know. I think it's a little too early. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't care either. I mean, now I'm like, for me, it's comical, dude. You got to understand because I know how they think to the T. I mean, I'm telling you, I can call it while it's live happening, literally, like right when they took this out, I knew we were going to come back up and take this out. Like I knew that. And when this failed, like I knew we were coming back down here. Like, I mean, anyways. All right, let me see. Anything else? Again, I feel silly that I even just showed you that trade. I promised myself not to, but I'm doing this right now just to say, like, hey, listen, like I am taking these fucking trades, bro. Like this is the same logic. Like this is not like this was the same day as yesterday. Like the same way to catch it, even damn near. Like so. But I want to stay free and stay away from having to have my ego involved because I notice I do things based off of trying to show off my trades. It's like it's an unhealthy thing to do, and it's just like there's no peace in that. It just really isn't. But rushing for this guy, they're gonna get him right now. Look, see that? So, and then by the time the day's done, they have cleaned out the buyers. You know what I mean? They're rushing because they don't want them to get out as they're coming right now. But mark my words, this is next. Again, it might not be able to happen today, but it's next. Like there's no way they're not coming right here. And if at the least they're coming for that guy, maybe they dangle this, but that guy for sure. Because the way they leave this pocket open is for everybody selling here, like, oh no, we're gonna come down here, and then whoop, they miss it for you. So again, not to be right, but just logic. You guys take care, have a good weekend, and God bless.